Okay, the map's straight. We're in the Fantasque, which is, of course, the most fantastic French destroyer ever for Tier 8. For Tier 8, maybe. See, I've got a...
Let's give them a hard time.
Up for around 4 minutes of speed boost there. Alright, we're going to use our speed to grab B. I think we can get there before the Kagoro. Somehow. I love this ship. Okay, looks like the mains is going for an 8-line push. And he's taking friends with him. Oh, okay. I guess we better do some spotting. Okay, I'm on RPF. Interesting. There's a hawk. There's the Odin. Richelieu. And I'm lit. Interesting. Interesting. Baltimore. Oh, we do not want to see the Baltimore. Of course, everything is firing at me. Okay, we're just gonna bug out. Now, you notice when I went into that cap, the reason I'm not dead yet, or the main reason, is because I was prepared to leave. So I went in with the view that I might get lit. As you can see, they've got their entire fleet there. The Kagoro has gone long, and he did get to the B eventually, a little bit after me. And so he is out spotting me, and their entire fleet is clumped up. And of course, if they're clumped up, that makes my job harder. So I'm thinking... what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? I think this island on my right. Now we've got the assisted capture. Kagoro's got the B cap. Okay, is he pushed up? I'm hoping the Kagoro will push up. That's a lot of ships. That's a lot of ships. A little tight to the island. Yeah, Baltimore puts his radar on. There's the Harlan. They're all a little bit too close for my guns, unfortunately. Could be able to get some shells down on the Hawk. Richelieu's pushing into cap. Interesting. It's heading for the North Carolina, the NC. According to the mini-map, the Kagoro has smoked. Interesting. Okay. Looks like they got the Richelieu. Yeah, good. Okay. there's a Baltimore looking low. I would very much like to get rid of you. Oh, he took out our talent. Still got a Brandenburg. Interesting. Harlem's moving up. Baltimore is low. Can the Brandenburg finish him off? No, the Brandenburg is firing at the Harlem. Okay. Yeah, more torps from the Kagoro. Got him. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Harlem's close. There's the Kagoro. Harlem's got me on Hydra. Okay. YOLO time. Yeah, he hit me pretty hard. Will those look good? Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, that felt good. It's been a really frustrating game. Main reason I haven't been able to commit has been that the enemy team was balled up and I'm not in a torpedo boat. I've got a detector 6.4, so I had to be careful. They were all floating around the cap, looking to kill me. I mean, I'm priority target, right? So by staying hidden, I can now do some good for the team. At least that's the idea. Looks like Odin's going to push into B. Yeah, Kagoro's gone C. Exactly what I would do. Brandenburg's looking low though, so we've got to deal with this Odin. Nice place to put a jetty. Useful. Helps me dump speed and reverse quicker. That's the way I see it anyway. Oh, you got the Brandenburg. Now, the only thing I can think of doing here is another YOLO on the Odin. But he's got a Hydra, hasn't he? Yeah, and he's got a plane as well. Okay. Here's the plane. There's the Hydra. Okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Now I'm in the hands of RNGesus. Will the gods be kind? Because that spotted plane tells me he's exactly opposite me on the other side of this island, so... my speed boost is on cooldown. That's not a good sign. But they win in 4 minutes. So let's get this over with. And oh god, he hit me hard. He hit me hard. Okay. YOLO time. Ah. Okay. Yeah, he got almost 7k damage on me with a nice tight spread. And finished me off with his secondaries. No problem. Yeah, top of the team, but I've had better games, right? Ow. Lekagoro did well. Odin did good. Okay, so I got 25k on the Harlem. That was all torpedoes. And then Bodymore 458, bit embarrassing really. 9k on the Odin. I never really felt like I had control of this match, if I'm honest. Richelieu 9k. Okay. Hawk 2.5k. And 1,520 on the Kagoro. 48k total. 21k from main battery. 25k from torpedoes. And what, 20% credit booster. So 162,000 credits. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Okay, this time we're on Trident. We've got a Lexington and a Karga in the game. One CV aside. They have a Lightning and a Kagoro. We've got a Cossack B and my good self. So I'll be riding shotgun with the Cossack if he'll let me. And we'll see what we can do. Okay, we're gonna head for the 7 line. Okay, I've got plane support. That's good. Because that's exactly where I'm headed. The cargo knows where destroyers like to hide. And here comes the Lightning. Okay, that's good. That's good. He did a pretty fast turn. I don't think those are going to hit him, are they? No, I needed to give him a little tiny bit more lead. Okay. He's got his booster on. Alright, his speed boost. Okay, we're gonna duck in here. Go dark. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, okay, good. Right. I'm just going to float around these two pickups, these two buffs. There's a Lightning. And we're going to ambush our Lightning friend. Oh, double prizes. Kagoro's here too. Alright. He's slowing down for smoke. Okay, switch targets. Oh. Wow, okay. Gonna leave some torps there. Might get lucky, right? There's a Kagoro. Heading towards my torps. Got his engine. And boom. Yeah, I thought those looked good. I thought those looked good. Okay, off to a great start and all of that. Okay, let's go dark again. That's the Bismarck's way of saying, I know exactly where you are. Okay, we're just gonna back her right up. Maybe go for the buffs. The buffs are being picked up. So what did we get? We get the hit point buff and they got the damage buff. That's annoying. Okay, I'm going to move across with the Cossack. Let's hunt the lightning. Let's see if we can go get the lightning. If we work together as a team, who knows? Who knows? Okay, he's close. I can tell by those torpedoes. He's close. Yeah. That's where I think he is too. So my Cossack friend is running up here. There he is. Okay. And down he goes. Okay, good job. Good job, Cossack. Very good job. Okay. I like this guy. Very well played. Okay, so Bismarck's all on his own. All on your own. I'll let the Cossack watch that flank. I'm going to go and hassle the Bismarck. Because he's getting awfully close to our carrier, the Lex. I turned in and slowed down. Of course he did. If he knew what I knew, if he knew that Lexington was just above him, he probably does actually. He's probably figured it out. Lexington's running. Just in case he turns in. Firing on the Kai. Got a fire on him. Oh, he grounded. Firmer on that fire. And the Kai got him. Good, 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 good. And the Lexington is safe. All right. Okay, let's get back into it. I see there our Cossacks going after the cargo now. We are looking a little wobbly. Vlad's quite low, Kai's quite low. But, and they've got 3 healthy ships, so we've got to be a little bit careful. I'm going to head for that regen buff. I think the team could do with regen. Shouldn't take long to get there. Doing 52, 53 knots. Okay. Let's go get that buff. Problem with Strait, that map I just did, is everything's so cramped, and when you have a detector 6.4 it feels even more so. There's very little opportunity to flex your weight and zoom. It's not a very big map, it's tiny, to be honest with you. Strait, it's probably one of the smallest maps in the game. And I don't care much for it, if I'm honest. That said, you do need a decent team behind you as well. It's not easy to carry in rank, that's for sure. It is easier to maybe keep your star so that you don't go back. You go forward faster than you go backwards. Okay, there's the Amagi. Let's see what we can do here. I think he's gonna turn. That's predictive torps. I think he's gonna turn that way towards the buff. I like to think he's gonna turn towards the buff anyway, but maybe not. Okay. He's firing. Second spread of torps looks good. Those look good. We're gonna get 2? Yeah, we're gonna get 2. Cool. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Missed me with his rears. No, he hit me with that one. Okay. 1 over pen. God, RNG hasn't been kind. Just want to fire. Just one fire. That's all I ask. One fire, please. There we go. And he put it out. And he's out of range. Now normally, because he DCP'd, I would then hit the booster to boost my gun. Reload, so that I can get more fires on him. So the gun booster, but unfortunately he's out of range, so we're gonna get a little closer. There's the Kai coming into cap. Vladivostok's looking super low now. We've lost our Zetan. Kai's looking super low. Enemy carrier. Okay, Kai took out our guy. That's not good. What I'd like to do is get another fire on the Amagi. There we go. He instantly DCP'd, and now get another fire on him. But I'm very aware that the carrier wants me dead. I'm also very aware that the enemy Kai is on full health. There, Maggie just took out our Vladivostok. Come on, give me a fire. Not gonna happen, is it? Okay. Alright. Wasn't for lack of trying. So their Kai's on cap with our Cossack. And it's now 3v3. Okay, I've gone dark. I'm gonna go back to cap. Cap's very important in arms race. Very important indeed. So I'm gonna go back and assist the Cossack. I would have loved to have basically hunted down the Amagi and then sunk the cargo. That would have been my ideal game, but we have to think about objectives here. And we're going to lose this match if they cap A, even though we're on 920. The Kai is very healthy indeed. The Kaga is very healthy. The Amagi's okay. It will take a bit of time to take him out of the equation, and he's kiting away, so being very difficult. So we have to take the Kai down. The Kai has to go. If we can sink this guy, this experienced player, then we win this match. Simple as. So, time to get my big boy pants on and get this done. Okay. I managed to avoid most of that, if not all of it. Okay, good. Alright, he has a fire on him. He hasn't put that out. Okay, my Cossack friend has fires on him. He's smoked up and is shooting. He timed that beautifully. Well played. Well played, Cossack. Okay. Now he's trying to hit the Cossack. Cossack got torps on him. Oh man, he was unlucky there. Come on. Okay, here come my torps. And nope. Okay, we're not going to do this with torps. Alright. He is starting to show broadside though, so I can switch to the sap. He just extinguished his fires, but I think sap is the answer here. He's low health. So let's see if we can finish him off with the sap. Yeah, looking good. Nice soft target. And down he goes. And we win the cap and we win the game. I love this boat. I love this boat so much. What a game. What a game. Okay. So, there you go. That's how to pull it all back. Should it go pear-shaped? Keep an eye on the mini-map at all times and play for the objectives. Got a devastating strike. First blood. Yeah, nice. And, of course, a high caliber. Okay, top of the team with 1900 XP. Pretty good game. Pretty enjoyable. Enjoyed that. Yusa played very well. You had me worried enough to stop hunting the Kaga and the Amagi. 26k on the Kai. 7k of that was fires. Okay, Kagoro, 14,704. Most of that was torpedo, but there was 5k from my main battery. Magi, 15k main battery, 17k torpedoes, 2k fires. Bismarck, 16k, 8k main battery, 7,681 fires. 5,508 on the Lightning. I didn't really get to do much to the cargo, did I? Except shoot a plane down. 98k total. 53k from the main battery. 46,000 of that was HE. Okay, 27,000 from the torpedoes. 7k from the armor piercing. And 17,951 fires. Okay, and we were running the 40% credit booster, and we got 321,719 credits. Very nice. Right, our full build coming up right now. Well, my. Well, let me tell you this about the Fantasque. If you want your blood to be racing through your veins and your heart to beat faster, this is a ship for you, a tier 8 for ranked, okay? If you don't want to get too excited and blow up in lots of spectacular ways, because trust me, learning this ship, you probably will, then you need the Cossack. You probably saw that in my last video, and the Cossack is very good. It's a lot more forgiving than the Fantasque in a lot of ways. This ship has quite a high skill ceiling, and it's not for the faint-hearted. It's a 5-gunner, as opposed to the Mogador and the Kleber, which are 8 gunners. So it's not
quite as shiny as the tier 9 and 10 ships. That said, she is, in my opinion, one of the best destroyers of her tier if used correctly. Okay, so let's have a look. What was I running there? Let's have a look at the equipment. Okay, in slot 1 I was running main armaments modification 1. That's to keep your guns alive. Okay, and your torpedo tubes, of course. And then slot 2, engine boost modification 1, gives you 30% extra boost time. Buy that with coal if you can. If you can't, put engine room protection in instead. And as you can see, he says, there you go, engine boost. You get plus 20% speed for almost 4 minutes with that modification in slot 2. Okay, almost 4 minutes of dreamy 55 knot fun. Well, not quite 55 knots, more like 54, but you get the idea. Nice and fast. In slot 3, you've got the aiming system modification 1 to sort your dispersion out. Really important for this ship, more important for this ship than anything else, purely because you only have 5 guns, so you want every single shell to hit. They are 139mm guns, so they do hit very hard, but you don't have the 8 guns of the Mogador and the Kleber, so very important for this ship that you take aiming system modification 1 to make sure all the shells stay nice and tight, so you hit with as many as possible. Then in slot 4 you have propulsion modification 1, which allows you to speed your ship up faster. Acceleration is improved by 50%. Okay, and that is really useful for jinking enemy shells, and you probably saw me using that quite a lot in the last 2 matches. And then in slot 5, concealment system modification 1, which reduces the detectability of ship by 10%. Combine that with the captain's skill and you can get your concealment down to 6.4 kilometers, which, trust me, for a French destroyer is very good indeed. It gives you an opportunity to ambush enemy destroyers, get up close and personal, and take them down using the reload booster, or main battery reload booster. Now this, combined with these guns with their high DPM, makes for a really, really exciting package that can absolutely destroy enemy destroyers. Okay, and it's also very good at setting fires on enemy battleships. I can tell you how that works. You fire at an enemy battleship from, say, 12, 13 kilometers, 11 kilometers. As soon as you get a fire, see if he DCs it. If he doesn't damage con it, if he doesn't put the fire out, keep shooting. When he finally does put his fires out, give it about 20 seconds or 15, because I guess you've got to allow for shell travel time, about 15 seconds, and then thump the main battery reload booster. This is when you're open water gunboating, of course, or if you're behind an island, you lucky person. If you found an island, you can get these shells over. Well done. But yeah, you hit the reload booster button. He's already damage conned. You now have an increased chance of getting a fire because you are now raining twice as many shells down on him for 15 seconds. Twice as many HE shells with a 10% fire chance each. You see, I wasn't running any fire flags. If you run the fire flags, you can get that up to 11%. But as you can see, HE is 10%. Don't forget you've got SAP. Do use the SAP. Very important. 139mm guns. The SAP is strong. Okay, improved angles. Once you've burned a ship down low, it's good to finish them off with the SAP, and you can fire that at superstructure. You won't have any trouble penning the superstructure because you can see you've got 23mm of pen, which will pen virtually every single superstructure in the game on a battleship. Okay, so don't be afraid to use that. It's also extremely good for taking down light cruisers. If you're going to ambush a light cruiser, though, be careful. See which way they're firing. If they're already engaged on another target, that's the time. That's the time, my friends. If they're busy blasting away at something, preferably on the other side of the map, you can sneak in, shoot sap into their hull and get citadels. Yes, aim for the citadel, because you will easily citadel light cruisers at ranges of 6 kilometers with these shells. In fact, anything under about 10 kilometers, you're going to citadel a light cruiser, no problem. So yes, you can ambush and shred light cruisers with the ship, but again, be careful. If they know you're coming, even with the French saturation. What is French saturation, Lone Gun? Okay, French destroyers all have this ability whereby when they're fired upon, their modules saturate twice as fast as a normal ship, meaning that shells after an area has been fully saturated are only going to do a little bit of damage to you. The damage reduction is huge, so you're going to only take a little bit of damage. Okay, if you want more information on that, I suggest you Google it. But bottom line, you are very strong when it comes to being spammed by HE. Okay, so bear that in mind. French saturation has saved my life on many an occasion because your ship won't take as much damage as you think it's going to. Very useful indeed. Okay, I talked about the maneuverability. She's got a rudder shift of 4.3 seconds. The torpedoes are very good. You get 3 sets of 3 in a rather peculiar arrangement. More on that in a sec. 90-second reload time. 8-kilometer range, that's not so great. 18,000 damage, pretty cool. Speed 75 knots, so it does 18,400 damage a torpedo, 75 knot speed. Very hard to dodge, and a detectability of 1.8 kilometers, but they are very hard to dodge because of their speed. So don't forget you've got them, and do use them. You probably saw me using them quite effectively in the last 2 matches. Use your torpedoes, don't forget, because you have the concealment to launch hidden. You've got 6.4 kilometer concealment, 8 kilometer torpedoes, so there's this gap of a couple of kilometers between those two values that allows you to launch them in stealth. So do use those, okay? The AA defense is pretty average. I leave it off most of the time, but it's also very short range, so you can leave it on if you want to. I usually turn it off, but force of habit, I guess. But it's okay, it's not great, so you can't really rely on that. Of course, she's got depth charges like pretty much every destroyer in this game. Okay, enough said about those. Let's have a look at the captain build. Okay, so in the first pick is preventative maintenance. Okay, that'll decrease the risk of your modules being incapacitated. Then we take last stand. Then we take survivability expert, and then we take concealment expert. That's your first 10 points. Then after that, at 13 points, we take adrenaline rush. At 17 points, we take fearless brawler. And then we have a decision to make. If we're running this for ranked, you've got 2 options. You could take RPF with your last 4 points, or you could put 3 points into main battery and AA specialist to give you another minus 5% to your reload time on your guns to make them really, really shine, and put the last point in grease the gears because her turret rotation is slow. It takes 18 seconds to move the turrets. If you want all your guns lined up on the target though, if you have RPF running, you'll know exactly where the enemy destroyer is, or a pretty good idea anyway, so you'll have your guns already pre-aimed and ready when you engage them. So RPF is very useful for that in ranked. It also gives you a fabulous amount of information about where an enemy ship is when you're behind an island, so very useful. Good for YOLOing as well. Okay, island YOLOing and RPF, it's a match made in heaven. Okay, and then okay, if you want to play this ship mostly in randoms, maybe you'd be better taking main battery and AA expert. This gives you a 20% increase in your firing range, so you can fire up to 15 kilometers, just over 15 kilometers. Now that is really useful. Very useful indeed, because you can do long range open water gunboating that makes you an incredibly hard target to hit. If you're shooting at about 12 to 15 kilometers, they're going to really struggle to hit you. You can speed juke, you can weave, you can do a bit of both, and you will be very hard to hit. And of course with the French saturation, you can do this for a pretty long time. So if it's random farming that you're looking for, then this is a good pick. Okay, now let's have a look at the torpedo tubes. Okay, so if we just go to port, all right, you can see you got one this side, one that side. Port and starboard sets of 3, and then you've got one that fires both ways. Okay, so you can never get more than 6 fish in the water on any one side at a time, but you will always have 3 in your back pocket on the side you didn't launch, so bear that in mind when you're using your torpedoes. I hope you've enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed the matches, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Thank you.